நாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாம் நாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாம் நாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாம் தின்னாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறது நாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாம் நாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாம் நாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாம் தின்னாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறது தயதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு 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 தாதரிக்கிறது தயதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறது தயதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு 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 தாதரிக்கிறது தயதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறது தயதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறது தயதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறது அந்த குந்தத்தி தீம் தயதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறதுக்கு அந்த குந்தத்தி தீம் தயதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறது தயதரிக்கிறதுக்கு தாதரிக்கிறது அந்த குந்தத்தி.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Atlanta Ganesh. I am a story writer, director, and co-producer. My very, very close friend, Mr. Ramamurthy, who lives in Atlanta, Georgia, is translating all my Tamil stories into English. And please enjoy my stories and give us your feedback. Thank you. Let's pray Lord Vinayaka and start it. Sarva Siddhi Vinayagare Charanam. The great poet Thiruvalluvar said, Agara Mudala Eluthallam Adi Bhagavan Mudatree Ulagu.
This is a story of Anand, a third-year student in engineering college. He lives with his well-to-do parents and his sister. They have a big house in a decent locality. Anand is in his college cricket team. Very often, some unscrupulous elements in the opposite team would try to lure the umpire with money to show favoritism to their side while deciding LBW or white ball. Anand was waiting for an opportunity to teach the erring umpire a fitting lesson. In one particular match, one Sambandham was umpiring the match. Anand and his friends batted first. As usual, the umpire gave him out on LBW. Anand knew very well that the decision of the umpire was wrong and he was unfair in giving the judgment. But the umpire's decision was final, couldn't be questioned. Everybody made a huge cry and booed the umpire in disapproval. But nothing could be done. Next, Anand's turn came to bat. It was a loose ball. He hit the ball hard, directly at the umpire, thinking that his hand or leg will be injured by the force of the ball. That way, he thought of taking revenge over the umpire for his uncanny attitude. But unfortunately, the ball went a bit higher and hit the temple on the forehead of the umpire. He fell unconscious on the ground and died on the spot. This is a story titled Umpire is Out. There was hue and cry everywhere. Anand stood frozen in disbelief and fear. But he consoled himself. What I wanted to do is to just teach a lesson to the umpire by inflicting injury on his body. But God has given him this ultimate punishment, death. Oh my God, have I committed a sin? What will happen to his family? Brooding over these unpleasant happenings, he went to the umpire's house. What he saw there pricked his conscience. The family of the umpire was in a state of utter poverty. He felt very bad. His wife and his 3 daughters were living in a very small house reflecting their poor financial status. Oh my God, I have done an irreparable damage to his family for the fault of the greedy umpire, why should the family suffer? He felt more and more guilty. But he had no courage to reveal that he was responsible for the umpire's tragic end. At the cricket ground, everybody thought that it was just an accident. No police inquiry was conducted. He silently returned home, where his sister asked, "Is what I heard true? You hit the umpire and murdered him?" Anand hurriedly gestured her to remain quiet. "No, don't say such hard words like murder. It's just an accident, purely unintentional. Don't invite trouble by saying murder and all." But being unable to control his suppressed feeling, he burst out crying aloud. Now his sister pacified him. "It's all right. When you are sure it was an accident, why do you feel guilty? Forget it. Forget it." She spoke kind words. But after that, he started to visit the umpire's house frequently. The family members at one stage got suspicious about his frequent visits. One of his daughters asked him the purpose of his visit. He first felt hesitant, but mustered enough courage to tell that while playing cricket, your father was hit by the ball that I played that fateful day. It's an act of. Before he could finish the word, "What?" the family members shouted in chorus. "So you are the culprit. You are the murderer. You should be punished for this." The angry mother looked around for a sickle or stone to hit him. When the whole family was shouting at him, one of the daughters, the eldest one, behaved maturely and tried to ease the tension. "Amma, calm down. Let's hear what he says." But the mother wouldn't listen. But Anand, however, managed to convince her daughter to come out for a conversation. During the meeting, he calmly explained how her father was indulging in unholy practices of getting bribe from the opposite team and giving wrong decisions in the game. That was happening for a long time. I just wanted to teach him a lesson by inflicting an injury in his leg or hand. But unexpectedly, the ball went a bit higher and hit his temple in forehead, and he succumbed to the injury. Everything happened just as a flash. Again, I say it was purely an unintentional act. My apologies to your family. But listened to him intently, but avoided responding favorably. She firmly said, "Let whatever happened be happened, but never come again. My mother is totally upset and she is in no mood to forgive you." And she hurriedly went back. As days passed, Anand kept trying to gain the good books of the family by hook or crook. One day, the wife of the umpire called him and asked, "Why are you showing up again and again? Did I not tell you not to come? What do you want?" Anand gathered his courage and tried to convince her. "Please, auntie, believe me. I don't want this family to suffer in the absence of the umpire uncle. I sincerely want to be by your side in the testing time and to help in alleviating your sufferings to the extent possible, just as an atonement for whatever I did to your husband. Yes, you please come and see my parents. They will do all the help your family needs now. There is a vacant portion in the first floor of my house. You can shift there so that you can avoid rent for this house." They discussed this matter among themselves and somewhat agreed to accept the proposal. Anand's parents also understood the situation and came forward to help their son Anand to overcome the feeling of guilt. Now, the late umpire's family shifted their residence to the portion in Anand's house big enough for all of them to stay comfortably. Everything was going on smoothly. The bitter feelings of guilt in Anand's mind was slowly dissolving. Both the families moved with each other with casual ease. The umpire's wife volunteered to take charge of the kitchen in Anand's house as a gesture of reciprocation for letting out their portion free of cost. Her cooking skill was appreciated by one and all, particularly Anand's father. Anand moved with the three girls freely. Anand's sister also easily gelled with them. The way Anand showed interest in the daughters raised a possible doubt in the minds of others that he might fall in love with one of them. Even the mother of the daughters also thought so. Secretly, she relished the very thought of Anand becoming her son in law. So, everything was going fine. Anand and the girls spent time chatting often. During one of the get together, they discussed many things. Anand inquired about their father. How was he? Was he doing any business or what? She said, no, no, no. He was doing nothing worth mentioning. Just doing small time job, petty jobs, and would bring some money, a meager amount, with which my mom used to run the family. But he had interest in cricket and aspired to become an umpire. That's all about him. Anand thought to himself that this level of poverty should have driven him to accept bribe for giving wrong decisions in the cricket. Okay. He changed the topic. Now, he said, I wonder how all of your daughters, don't think otherwise, just asking. She said, that's a big joke, Anand. My parents wanted the first baby to be a boy, but I was born. Marriage expenses, etc., should have disturbed their mind, I believe. At least, second one they expected to be a boy. Even that failed. Third one was also a girl. Perhaps they didn't try their luck further. Otherwise, if fourth or fifth were also girls, even a king would have become a pauper. But we are already pauper. Saying this, she laughed aloud as if she cracked a joke. She continued with a concerned voice that my mother would have been happier if one of us were a son. That unfulfilled desire is still in her mind disturbing. Now, everything going fine. The mother of the girls almost forgot all the unpleasant happenings in the past. She was enjoying her stay in Anand's house, sitting leisurely in the hall after finishing routine work. At that time, Anand called her Amma. She was surprised. In disbelief, she asked, Anand, did you call me Amma or I heard it wrongly? You used to address me as auntie only so far? Yes, I know. You were longing for a son, but all your children are girls. This unfulfilled desire is hurting you, I know. Hereafter, I will be your son. Will you please accept me as your son? She couldn't speak for a moment. Her eyes welled up with tears and her throat choked with emotion. Even if I had a son, I doubt whether you would have done all that you have done to me. And she embraced him fondly, uttering, my son, oh my son. Anand's parents were also equally happy and felt glad that their son did not go after the girls like a normal guy of his age. and he behaved more maturely and responsibly and donned the role of a brother. Sure to say, the departed soul of the umpire would now rest in peace in watching the happy developments in his family. That is the end of the episode. Bye bye.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is writer's note for the story Batsman is not out, umpire is out. Very, very different kind of story, and our translator did a great job, and hope you all enjoyed the ending. Thank you so much for your time, and please give us your feedback. See you next week. Bye bye.